Hi, it's Phyllis Talafaro with Ask Phyllis Today on YouTube. Ask Phyllis Today on YouTube. You can pick me up also at www.askphyllistoday.com and then to Ask Phyllis Today on Gmail. Okay? So you can reach me in all those places. I didn't give you a telephone number, 770-310-1222. You can call me during business hours. And if you have a special problem, we can talk about it. 770-310-1222. Or you can put it on my Gmail, askphyllistoday@gmail.com. And you can check out what we're doing at www.askphyllistoday.com. Okay? So, what we're going to talk about today is my husband says he's the head of the house. Is this true? Is the man the head of the house because he's the man? I don't know if it has to be true. I think that along these times, Nia had this problem. Around these times, I think men and women are more equal. I don't think we need a head of the household. I think they more or less split up responsibilities within the house. I don't know if you need a house, someone who is the head of the house. I think we're mature in 2019, the end of 2019, to realize that there's no more head of the house. Women vote, we work, we very often work a lot harder than the men because we take on the major responsibilities in the home once we're home. Cleaning the house, take care of the kids, making kids appointments with the doctor, going to school, all of that, most of that hangs heavily on the woman. So I don't know where this gentleman comes from, that he's the head of the house. You might want to know a third of the people that respond to Ask Phyllis Today are men. A third to a quarter of the people are men. I'm very happy about that because men are figuring out what's going on in their lives also. Now we've got one here, another situation where the man is not the head of the house, but the wife screwed up. I accidentally cheated on my husband. Should I tell him? I think she should not. Off the top of my head, I think she should not. She needs to think a lot about that. Men, I think, are very different to a large part than women when it comes to cheating. I think women are more forgiving. Generally, women are more forgiving than men. Men find it very hard to think that his little sweetheart cheated. I watched that movie. What was it? Best Friends? I can't remember the name of the movie, but you know the movie where the best man, best something or another, football player was going to marry his sweetheart, and during the movie he found out that his best friend had been intimate with his fiance at that point. They did end up getting married, and that was very good, but I think that initially she needs to be very quiet, think it through, talk it through with someone that she trusts before she divulges this information to her husband. And she needs to check herself out, because if she's had a good marriage and been married for a number of years, have children, have a home, have a whole lot of things to lose. I like to think of Hillary and Bill Clinton when we talk about these things. A lot of the women that I was seeing during the time of the Hillary and Bill incident thought that Hillary was going to divorce him at some point. I really didn't think she was, because a marriage is more than a penis or a vagina. It's money, it's children, it's a future. There are a lot of things involved in a marriage, and we have to be very careful about how we handle them. Unless you want to be like Steve Harvey. I think he's on his third marriage by now. But initially, I don't think she should tell. because it is, I think, more difficult for a man to accept the reality that his wife slipped up. She said it was by accident. I accidentally cheated on my husband. That was Megan. Should I tell him? Initially, you're going to have to sit on it and try to figure it out quietly. I'd try to figure out, how did you accidentally cheat on your husband? You got to be stronger than that. My best friend is my worst enemy. Another situation. Women who've been best friends for years and years. And suddenly, the best friend finds another friend. So the original best friend, who was Bess, by the way, Bess is upset. She doesn't think that her best friend should be friends with another woman who's trying to steal her husband, who's making goo-goo eyes at him, who's being provocative with him. And she's talked to her friend about it, but the friend is not giving up. She thinks she can be friends with both. I think it's best to get rid of Bess. I told her, I think it's best to get rid of a best friend that you've had for years who suddenly wants to be a friend of someone who's trying to interrupt your life, your marriage, something that's so terribly important. So that's about it on relationships. Oh, Kanye. I forgot. Kanye wants his wife to stop being so provocatively sexual, dressing and being sexual. Kim doesn't know anything else. I mean, this is why Kim Kardashian makes money, because she's a sex symbol. And I think Kanye knew that when he married her. So Kim kindly told Kanye, I saw it on television, that she understands what he's saying, that he's in a hip-hop world where the women are dressing almost with no clothing on, and the men are always fully clothed. His hip-hop buddies are talking about the women who are running around in very scanty clothes, and they are required to do so, and they seem to appreciate doing so. I wonder why, too. But Kim says, I understand what you're talking about, Kanye, but that's your life, and this is my life, and I have to do me. So Kim will continue doing her. And that's part of being resilient. Your husband can't suddenly decide that he wants you to change your life because he no longer likes the way you're living. It's something for you to talk about, the two of you, to talk about certainly, but suddenly the husband does not ask the wife, who had a life in this situation, a sexual life, before he came into her life, to suddenly change. And without Kim Kardashian being a sexy woman, letting everything hang out, there's no Kim Kardashian. Although she says she's going to be a lawyer now, and she's doing good things towards that direction. So, for the men and for the ladies who watch Ask Phyllis today, please take this talk that we're having seriously. Get in touch with me about the retreat. Next one's coming up in Hilton Head. Please join us. You can go on www.askphyllistoday.com. All the information to register for the retreat is there. Of course, you can also tune into me to find out what I'm talking about on YouTube, Ask Phyllis Today on YouTube. And you can get in contact with me with Ask Phyllis Today on gmail.com. The telephone number, 770-310-1222. And I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to eat healthily, maintain good health, maintain good exercise, and we're going to see you again. AskPhyllis.com. Thank you. Have a good day. See you. Bye-bye.